So in this video, I'm going to go over the 2 essays you will be writing in this English 101 class. You're going to be writing an illustrative essay, and you're going to be writing a persuasive essay. In both essays, you're going to have an introduction paragraph, a body paragraph, and a conclusion paragraph. For when we write an essay, the 3 parts of an essay is the introduction paragraph, where you introduce the topic and you have your main idea. Then you have your body paragraphs, which is the middle part of the essay, and the body paragraphs describe or justify the thesis. And then you have your conclusion paragraph, which closes the thesis, wraps up the essay for the reader. So you can think of it as beginning, middle, end. So the beginning is the introduction, where we first introduce the topic. In the beginning is the introduction paragraph, and 3 parts of the introduction paragraph is the hook, 5 background sentences, and a thesis. And so when we write the hook, that's the first sentence that grabs the reader's attention. And so if you want to hook the reader to want to read your essay, you can use an interesting fact, a quotation, or a cliffhanger. So an interesting fact, in this example, I'm going to give an example about obesity, for instance. An interesting fact would be 85% of Americans are overweight. Since 1962, people are 25 pounds heavier than they used to be. As a result, Americans have to make bigger ambulances, bigger all kinds of seats for airplanes and buses have to be made bigger than in 1962. So in other words, you could start with a startling fact, quotation, that grabs the reader's attention. So that would be like 1 sentence. Then, after you write your hook, then you write your 5 background sentences in which you state the problem. And so, for instance, if the problem is, once again, obesity, then you would state the overall problem. Many people in this country are overweight. People spend way too much time in front of their computer, and while they are at their computer or watching television, they sit still for hours at a time while eating processed food with sugar, and people do no exercise. And as a result, people are gaining weight. Nobody's exercising anymore. People are leading sedentary, passive lives, etc., etc., etc. And so you basically, in 5 sentences, state the problem. Then, in your thesis statement, you're going to present 3 solutions. So remember, your thesis statement is the main idea of the sentence, of your essay. And so the thesis statement should encapsulate or summarize everything that's going to be in your body paragraphs. And so for your thesis statement, 3 ways to solve the problem of obesity is, and then you're going to write solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. And then these 3 solutions become your body paragraphs. And in this way, if you have such a strict structure on your essay, you will not ramble, you will not go off topic, you will stay on topic, and you will have essay coherence. So 3 ways to solve the problem of obesity is for everyone to exercise more, eat a balanced diet, not just something full of sugar, and to eat smaller portions. And that's pretty much the example I give over here about obesity. So then you would have paragraph 2, you would eat smaller diet, paragraph 3, exercise, and paragraph 4, eat smaller portions. So notice how it's the same 3 solutions that you're going to use in your body paragraphs. Then each body paragraph has a topic sentence, supporting sentence, and a concluding sentence. And so here, the topic sentence would be, people need to exercise in order to lose weight. Now you're going to write 5 sentences about the benefits of exercise. So, for instance, if people go out and enjoy nature, and exercise by walking or going to the gym, swimming. You can name different kinds of exercises. And as soon as you exercise, as soon as a person exercises, they lose weight. And the benefits of exercise are blah, 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 blah. So you can easily fill up. So the whole paragraph 2 will be about the benefits of exercise to lose weight. The second one would be about eating a healthy diet. So therefore, instead of eating foods filled with sugar and candy, you would eat more fruits and vegetables, salads. You would watch your calories and make sure that you don't overeat. And then solution 3 is you eat smaller portions. You don't, if a person goes to a restaurant, you don't order the big, large size or extra large size. Instead, you order a nice small salad and you eat small portions of everything. And so by combining these 3 solutions together, a person can lose weight. And then in your conclusion paragraph has 3 parts. You repeat the thesis statement, then you have 5 sentences that summarize the essay, and then you have your takeaway. One last recommendation to the reader. I'll write that in later. And so you repeat your thesis statement, which would be 3 ways to solve the problem of obesity is to exercise more, to eat a healthy diet, and to eat smaller portions. Then you write in 5 sentences the highlights of your essay, in which you would say, if a person eats smaller portions, they can watch what they eat less, still enjoy all their favorite foods, just eat less of them, and they can lose weight. If a person exercises, such as swimming is the best exercise because you can use all of your muscles. And when a person exercises every day, they use up the calories that's on the body. The fat burns off, and it results in better sleep. Actually, the more a person exercises, the better they sleep. And then the last but not least, eat a healthy diet and not a diet filled with sugar. So basically, this might sound redundant to you, but basically you want to talk about the most interesting parts of each of these paragraphs that you want to impart to your reader. Then one last sentence, your conclusion sentence. In your conclusion would be, if a person eats sensibly and exercises and eats smaller portions, Americans can lose weight and Americans will be healthier and live longer lives. You make a prediction. Basically, you make a prediction of the future for the reader if they follow the solutions of your essay. And so this whole thing is known as a problem solution essay because in your introduction, you state the problem, and then in your body paragraphs, you state the solution. And so I'm going to talk more about problem solution essay in another video. So for your illustrative essay 1, think about a small problem you can solve. In this case, it's how to lose weight. This is the topic example that I used. Another popular topic would be how to save time, time management skills. In other words, if you're a busy student, you have a full-time job, you have kids, you have elderly parents you have to take care of. How do you fit all that in and get A's at school? So that was a popular topic for this illustrative. Another one and so you can find all of your illustrative essay topics examples in the announcements and in your email, because I posted about 50 of them based on what other students wrote in past classes. So that's essay 1. You're going to be doing essay 1 we're going to be following the writing process as we do the 2 essays. So week 1, the 3 stages of the writing process is pre-writing, writing, and rewriting. And so as the pre-writing stage 1 is when you write your outline, choose your topic, and choose your thesis statement. Pre-writing. So that is going to be your outline worksheet in week 1. And then in week 3, you're going to be writing your rough draft. So that is the writing process. That is the writing stage, the second stage of the writing process. And then rewriting is what in week 6 you're going to, based on my teacher feedback, because I'm going to give you feedback after each stage of your writing. And then based on my teacher feedback and the templates that I give you, you're going to rewrite your essay into the final draft. And so those are the 3 stages. And so part 1, part 2, part 3, week 1, week 3, week 5. So those are the weeks you're going to be doing the illustrative essay. Moving on to essay number 2. So you're going to be doing 2 essays in this class. Second essay, persuasive essay worksheet, or persuasive essay. In a persuasive essay, you want to convince the reader of your point of view. You want to convince the reader that your point of view is the best point of view, or is the correct point of view. So you can find a lot of topics for your persuasive essay at procon.org. So just like in the illustrative essay, there are 3 parts to your introduction. You have a hook, 5 background sentences. So by now this is familiar. You have a hook, 5 background sentences, and then you have your thesis statement. Your thesis statement is always the last sentence of the first paragraph, and it's always the first sentence of the last paragraph. And your thesis statement always has to have a how and a why. And so your thesis statement, and we're going to discuss that in one of the weeks, I forget which week. And so, in other words, we're going to discuss how to create effective thesis statements. So for your hook, just like with, it's the same structure as the illustrative essay that we're going to use for the persuasive essay. In an illustrative essay, you're illustrating or teaching the reader how to do something. So how to is your illustrative essay. Persuasive essay is why something is. And so here you would say, for example, so let's use obesity again as our topic. Here I said how to get rid of obesity, right? How to lose weight. This one is obesity is a serious problem in the United States because. And so you make your claim, obesity is a serious problem. And every time you make a claim in English, you have to back up that claim with credible evidence. You can't just say, oh, this is a serious problem, and then just let it go. You have to say why that is a serious problem. So anytime a thesis statement states why something is and gives reasons and uses credible evidence for those reasons, then you can avoid a fallacious argument and you have an effective paper, because in order to have an effective paper, you have to have an effective thesis statement, because your thesis statement acts as a roadmap for your paper. And so in a thesis statement formula, you have your topic, your opinion, and your reasons. I call it TOR. So a topic, obesity. Opinion, is a serious problem. And then your 3 reasons, because obesity causes overweight, it causes diseases, and it causes a lot of obstacles for the like health-wise obstacles. You can find, if you get stuck on reasons, like you can't think of, but what reasons? Then that's where you do your research. That's where research comes in. Same thing with the solutions. If you can't think of a solution, 3 solutions, you can always look it up. That's where research comes in. And that's where, if you run out of ideas, you would Google the adverse effects of obesity, or how obesity harms the people's health. then you would find the 3 reasons, and then each reason will have its own body paragraph, just like each solution has its own body paragraph. And then you're going to write 5 sentences about each reason, and then you're going to use APA, and that's going to be a different video. I will teach you how to use APA, how to use pie structure, and how you only need 1 APA in-text citation per paragraph. And you have to make sure that, and then after you write your essay and you reread your essay and you make sure that you have a good essay structure, you have a hook, 5 background sentences. Right now I'm going into how you edit your paper. So after you write your entire paper, you're going to edit your paper by making sure that your introduction has a hook, 5 background sentences, thesis statement. You're going to make sure that your 3 body paragraphs match your thesis statement, and then you're going to make sure each paragraph has 5 to 7 sentences. And so here is an example, and I went over this already, so I'm not going to do it again. But if you have any questions about, one last thing before I end this. And so when you have your illustrative essay, that's week 1, week 3, week 5. Those are the 3 weeks you're going to be doing the illustrative essay. Then for the persuasive essay, you're going to be doing it week 4, week 6, week 8. And so in week 4 and 5, there's going to be a period of time where these 2 essays will overlap. And so you'll be finishing up your illustrative essay and at the same time starting your persuasive essay. And so that's pretty much the 2 essays you're going to write for Los Angeles Pacific University English 101 class. If you have any questions about the 2 essays, and if you have any problems writing your essays, or you have questions about how to write your thesis statement or find reasons, or you have any kind of writer's block, you can always email me or call me, and then we can discuss your paper, or we can have a Google Meet. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and you can email me if you have any questions about this video or about how to write your essay.